It's recorded. It's recording. Cool. This is my first video with the Capture app that I downloaded onto my iPad. I'm having to scrunch down because I haven't figured out a safe way to stand my iPad up. So this is vanilla frosting that I made. It's baker's frosting. I made a big batch of it because all the extra I can keep in the fridge. It lasts for 3 months. Hold on. And these are cupcakes. Homemade, not from a box. And I need a plate. Or not. Maybe I'll just stick them back on the rack for now. So, today is my husband's birthday. Yay! Happy birthday! To my wonderful husband. And so I made him homemade cupcakes that I'm frosting. So I figured I'd frost and talk. These are actually delicious cupcakes. I don't know if you know of Fanny Farmer. She's not alive anymore. But when she was alive, in the 19th century, I believe, she learned to bake and cook because she worked for a wonderful family, apparently a very rich family, and then she pretty much ended up, I don't know if she necessarily founded the Boston Cooking School or whatever, but all of her recipes are pretty famous. And so I trust her stuff. And the library jokes around because I'm the only one that checks out the Fanny Farmer cookbook in my library. And I keep renewing it. I have had that book out probably since September, and I just keep renewing it. So I'm hoping that I'm going away for Thanksgiving, and my Bachi, who's my grandmother, said that she has one that's brand new, leather bound, and she doesn't use it, and she said I could have it. So I'm hoping that it's the same one that I've been using. I'm sure it is. So anyways, today is Ryan's birthday, and I made him homemade cupcakes from the Fanny Farmer cookbook. They're like the best. Vanilla. They're called Quick. It's a quick cake. A quick gold cake. Ooh, someone almost got in an accident outside. And look how much frosting I made. I don't know if you can really see it. That's a ton of frosting! Greg's napping right now, if you were wondering where he was. We had to go to my doctor's this morning. I made a doctor's appointment because I wanted to get a flu shot and talk to him about some other things. I haven't seen this doctor in so long that I forgot what he looked like, because every time I'd gone in there to see him, it was always like the physician's, not a nurse practitioner, but something else, because like when I had patellofemoral syndrome the first time, I needed to see a doctor so I could get a referral to the physical therapist, because that's the way my insurance works. I'm sure everyone's is pretty much the same. And the doctor that I was seeing then, or he wasn't quite a doctor, but he knew his stuff, so it wasn't like he didn't know what he was doing. He was awesome, and I really, really liked him. But he only specialized, he specialized in lots of different things, but his specialty was physical therapy. And he knew he diagnosed me like right on the spot. He was like, you have patellofemoral. Anyways, I have not seen my family doctor in years. I forgot what he looked like. I was sitting in the room waiting for him to come in. Didn't even know what he looked like. Then he walked in and I was like, I don't even really recognize you. Like, oh yeah, that's you, but like, I don't know. And it took me 2 weeks to get this appointment, which really irritated me. So I'm switching doctors anyways. And I have to switch doctors because we have new health insurance, but it's someone that's like in the same building, and it's a lady, and she's new, and I was kind of annoyed. Anyways, I went to get my flu shot, I actually went for other reasons, but I thought that, like, my lymph nodes on my right side of my head were a little bit enlarged and they were kind of sore, and so that was freaking me out. That was like 2 weeks ago, and since then it's gone away. But I made a doctor's appointment because I was like, what the heck, this is weird. And then he saw me, and he's really nice and everything, but he was like, well, there's really nothing I can do for you. And I pretty much paid him $15 for him to, like, massage my ear, sort of. And then I asked him a breastfeeding question, and he didn't know the answer, which was really irritating, and it only solidified the fact that I need to go to see someone else. So, yep, we went there, and that was during Greg's nap time, so he was really tired and cranky. And it's legitimately 30 seconds down the street. Like, I can see the place from the window. So, came home. Greg was really tired, changed his diaper. I put him down for a nap, so he's napping. He's, like, now an hour behind schedule. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm a big schedule person. Not always. That doesn't quite sound right, but I think with children, at least, I was a public school teacher for almost 10 years. Schedules are imperative to the success of a child, especially in the classroom. And I feel as though babies know schedules. Greg knows when it's nap time. He doesn't dawdle around with that. He knows it's time to take a nap. Cupcakes are coming out amazing. I wish I could share them with all of my friends on YouTube. Yum. Homemade from scratch cupcakes. Ryan had to swing by the grocery store yesterday on a random, we only do groceries like once every 2 weeks, but sometimes we'll go like to pick up a random thing that I may have forgotten, which I hate doing because then I'm having to pay full price for it. But he stopped in yesterday and I said, could you get some cake flour? Because these cupcakes are special cupcakes because it's Ryan's birthday. Normally I don't care if my cakes are made with cake flour or not, but for someone who's as special as my husband, he deserves cake flour, and it's expensive. And I don't know about you, but I definitely notice the difference. And I definitely notice when someone makes cupcakes out of the box compared to like cupcakes from scratch. They just taste so much better from scratch. Not that like I'm a snob about that, because I'll totally eat anything out of a box. I mean, I make stuff out of a box sometimes too, but it's typically way cheaper to make it yourself. So, and for dinner tonight, we are having fajita meat inside quesadillas, because that's Ryan's favorite. So I already cut up the fajita meat, and it's marinating in the fridge. And I really want to take Greg for a walk today to Pine Park, or whatever park it is. It's not called that anymore, but I really want to take him there. But it's so cold and windy out. Although, I mean, I still go running in this weather, and he does too. He comes with me, so it's not like it's going to hurt him. I mean, he's living in Maine. What do you expect? I saw people, I don't know if you guys were watching the news, but sometimes I watch the Today Show in the morning. And this morning they were talking about this massive storm that's sweeping across the country. So if you've been hit by it, my heart goes out to people that, you know, have had the canceled flights and then, like, are planning on traveling, but they can't because the weather's so bad. And so tomorrow it's coming our way, and it's only supposed to be snow for the very, very beginning, and then it's going to change over to rain. So we're still going to travel tomorrow. But, or today's Monday, so Wednesday, rather. So Wednesday is coming our way. But, look at this cupcake. It's so tiny. How am I going to frost that? Whatever. Anyways, so I was watching the Today Show, and they showed clips of, like, this storm sweeping through and people who are just, like, skidding all over the road in their cars and stuff. Clearly, it was not footage of people in Maine, because I will tell you that people who are from New England and have lived in New England and are experienced New England drivers don't get into... I mean, this kind... Like, the one clip that they showed, this car was, like, slamming on their brakes, sliding across the road, and then, like, flipping over into a ditch. And I'm fairly certain that most people here in Maine, at least, know how to drive when it's icy weather, and they take it seriously. They don't go speeding out. They don't leave late for work. They don't, like, slam on their brakes. I mean, it's all about how you use your brakes and how you, you know, pay attention to other drivers, and you slow down and you pump your brakes and blah, 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 blah. But I felt really bad because it's the holidays, or Thanksgiving, rather. Did you know that Thanksgiving has nothing to do with the Pilgrims? Yep. Thanksgiving became a national holiday. I believe it was 1863 or 1867. I have to go back and double check. When Abraham Lincoln instituted it as a national holiday. And do you know why he did? He did this because he wanted Americans on both sides of the war to give thanks to God for every single thing in their life, and to take special care of those who had been affected by the war, those who were widows, orphan children, and people who were sojourning, and then, like, soldiers who were fighting. That was the reason why he instituted Thanksgiving. It had nothing to do with Pilgrims. And it wasn't like... I mean, sure, the Pilgrims had their first Thanksgiving. I mean, celebrating the harvest every year, we still do that. We have fairs, right? That's what, like, a fair really represents, at least, like, in Maine, when people have the different fairs. It's usually to celebrate the harvest and to celebrate everything that they've worked so hard for during summer. So that's, in and of itself, a harvest celebration, which is what I think a lot of people tend to view Thanksgiving as from the original Thanksgiving to be. But Thanksgiving, the real American holiday, was instituted by Abraham Lincoln for Americans to give thanks to our Lord for everything that He's put into your life. And do you know that most Americans, if they don't say grace at normal meals, like our family says grace every day at every meal, because you should always be giving thanks for everything in your life. And most Americans will say Thanksgiving, grace, at Thanksgiving. Weird little tidbit fact. But I thought people would like that, because last night at youth ministry, that was something that we talked about. One of the youth ministers brought up to the youth, and I just thought it was really cool. And so I challenged all the youth to put a little blurb on their Facebook about it this Thanksgiving. Okay, that was my last cupcake. I did cheat earlier, and I had one pre-frosting, and it was really good. I don't even have a frosting knife. I should probably get a frosting knife, but I don't really care, because frosting tastes the same. Alright, that's it for now. I have to go wake Greg up, because he has to have lunch, and I don't want him sleeping too long. He's been asleep for an hour, and I want him to take a really good afternoon nap, but now his naps are, like, all pushed back. So normally he takes a 10 o'clock nap and a 2 o'clock nap, but now it's going to have to be an 11 o'clock nap and a 3 o'clock nap. And you don't want him to nap too late, because then he's not going to want to go to bed. Let me show you how my cupcakes turned out and how much frosting I have left, and then we'll end this video. So there are my cupcakes, and look at all the frosting I have left. I'm going to have to put that in a container, keep it in the fridge. It lasts for 3 months, so. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!